Hey guys, my name is Noble Absinthe, and today I wanted to introduce you all to a new series I'm creating about the Naruto franchise. I believe all the characters in the series have some kind of overpowered ability or moveset, but because of the constraints of the story, focusing only on a select few, certain characters couldn't shine enough. I wanted to spotlight these guys in some way, and I couldn't think of a more deserving character for my first episode than one of my personal favorites, Neji Hyuga. Now, who is Neji? Well, he's the loyal knight to Hinata, most talented Hyuga, renowned genius, and he has this brain-melting curse mark. Let's just skip into why he's so OP. Neji is a close-range fighting prodigy that excels in shutting down his opponent's access to chakra. He has an immense amount of defense, and even when his opponent tries to escape, his clan's special eyes, the Byakugan, make sure that you can't leave his sight. His kit excels in being diverse and versatile, rising to every challenge, and with barely any drawbacks too. I'll now go over all of his abilities. With the Byakugan alone, Neji is easily more powerful than most ninja in the world. With it, he has so much utility. First, he has 360 degrees of vision with only a little blind spot on his nape. Second, he can zoom in to farther distances and with greater detail like a camera lens. Third, he can see through solid objects. 4. Perceive attacks in slow motion. 5. See the entire chakra network of his opponent. And lastly, he can even see through genjutsu. It should be noted that overusing the Byakugan does have a drawback. You get some mild eye strain, but I'd rather have that than going blind, like some other Kekkei Genkai. His eyes allow him an immense amount of utility and insurance, making sure that no one gets the drop on him. Now, let's talk about the techniques he uses with the Byakugan. Neji only really uses Hyuga-exclusive techniques to complement his eyes, which makes sense. The main one, though, is known as Gentle Fist. This fighting style allows Neji to strike his opponent's tenketsu, or as they're more commonly called, chakra points. Think of it like pressure point fighting. By doing this, an opponent will not only have difficulty performing jutsu, but also fail at doing simple tasks like moving chakra to their feet. You know, to walk on trees and water. Basic things even Genin should know how to do. Neji's main attack for Gentle Fist is known as 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Neji strikes his opponent with blinding speed and cuts off 64 chakra points out of the total of 361. Neji also has a 128 variation, which does the same damn thing. It's a pretty nasty technique to be hit by, since once you're hit, you're effectively stun-locked. This move would normally render a foe worthless, leaving them unable to use chakra to fight back. Unless you're a bastard Jinchuriki like Naruto, who can tap into another chakra reserve. Neji can also perform the 8 trigram palms revolving heaven, or as we filthy dub watchers like to call, rotation. Basically, it's a dome that protects Neji. He does this by emitting chakra from all 361 chakra points and spinning around. This move compensates for the blind spot of the Byakugan because of the constant motion. The attack is able to stop projectiles like shurikens and arrows, and can even reflect your opponent's chakra right back at them. Neji also has the move called Palm Bottom, which is essentially a standard palm strike that sends chakra into your opponent, rupturing their organs. He can also use Vacuum Palm, which is essentially the Force Push from Star Wars. It gives Neji a range attack, and it can be combined with other Hyuga Vacuum Palms to increase its power. In fact, there's nothing stopping the Hyuga from combining any and all their abilities together, since all their moves are largely taijutsu based. Neji also has the ability to use fire, water, and earth release, which is incredible since most people only learn 1 or maybe even 2. Neji never performed any elemental jutsu. It's only in the databooks. What makes Neji OP is the fact that all of his skills complement each other and are answers to practically every situation. When Neji needs to defend against an assault, he can use rotation. If his opponent comes in too close for melee combat, Neji can respond with Gentle Fist, which also neuters his opponent's access to chakra. If his opponent tries to get distance to make use of the Byakugan's blind spot, like Kinemaro once did, Then Neji has a ranged attack with Vacuum Palm, and the ability to compensate for it via rotation again. His Byakugan also makes it so you can't really hide from him either. He can see 800 meters around him and through solid objects. Lastly, if you try to use Genjutsu to lock him down, since your ninjutsu and taijutsu aren't working, Neji can just see right through it with the Byakugan. Neji may have a very small moveset, but he has an effective one. His kit has incredible defensive power and immense amount of utility granted by his expertise in the Byakugan. His kit is so versatile with no real downsides, and that's what makes him OP. I feel like Neji deserved way more time in part 2 instead of giving the death he always expected. His whole character arc was about how he originally believed his destiny was preordained, but after his fight with Naruto, he learned that maybe his life could be taken into his own hands, and that destiny isn't written in stone. It would have been nice to see his new take on life bear fruit, and for him to see his niece and nephew. Well, at least he died with a smile. Rest in peace, Neji. You will be missed. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. Again, this is a new series I'm working on to give attention to characters who just didn't get enough screen time. My next video is most likely going to be on Suigetsu, but I would love to have some suggestions. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to see more and tick that chime to stay updated. You could also drop a like and share this video. It would really mean a lot. I'm planning my uploads to be every Wednesday, so look forward to that. Well, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.